What's up, guys? Welcome back to Let's Play Bioshock Infinite! So, we have entered the Good Time Club, which is apparently where Chen Lin is being held captive for whatever reason. We don't know why as of yet. But little do we know that Jeremiah Fink is actually expecting us, so that's going to be interesting. I went ahead and dropped my hand cannon there because I only had one shot left in it, and I've not placed my bets on that, and I picked up this carbine. I'm going to be emptying it and switching back to the hand cannon soon, though. As you can see, I've accumulated quite a fair bit of money, so I do want to invest it in the appropriate upgrades that I've already talked about getting. You know the 4 weapons that I'm going to be getting, but I'm specifically looking for the damage increases because magazine size for some of these weapons is nice, especially the volley gun and the sniper rifle out of the 4. But the reload speed I don't really care for. Reload speed is good for the RPG, but I just don't think it's necessary. So especially in 1999 mode, in normal mode or in any of the other difficulties, you could invest your money into that. But in 1999 mode, you're just so tight on money, it's not practical. Actually, the first time I played the game through just in regular hard mode, I did invest a lot in the reload speed of the sniper rifle, and that made it ridiculously fast how much it fired. Or how quickly it fired, rather. Anyway, this is a nice sandbox encounter here, and these type of sandbox encounters are some of my favorite things in any FPS game. This particular one is not exceptional. It is good, and it is pretty challenging, but it's essentially a mini-boss gauntlet that Jeremiah Fink has planned for us. He's setting us up for an interview, essentially, an application for his private security guy. So we would be like... We would be the Adam Jensen to his Seraph Industries, except it would be Fink Industries. So the first wave here has a fireman and a bunch of guys, and the regular infantry guys, if you can catch them quickly enough, you have enough firepower, you can get rid of most of them right at the beginning there. I had some good vigor combos there, and the fireman is not really all that dangerous at range. I mean, he does throw his Devil's Kiss fireballs pretty far, and they do have splash damage, of course, as they always do. But I'm just not really that threatened by him at range, so we're probably going to be using the Bucking Bronco and the Shock Jockey to make him more susceptible to damage, and then just light him up with the carbine until this thing is empty. And it does have quite a lot of ammo in it, so that'll be pretty easy. But this, like I said, is a sandbox encounter where you have a bunch of resources laid out in front of you. A lot of the big open encounters in the game are like this because they give you options as far as what tears you want to open in what order. So you really got to be careful about these guys with the hand cannons, though, because they will blow you away with them if you're not careful. I'm taking some big hits from them here because it's technically a new enemy type, enemies that have hand cannons. You're going to be seeing them occasionally. They're not going to be any more rare than guys with like shotguns or anything like that, but they're probably more dangerous because they can hit you more times at distance, and it's really just not a good thing at all. As powerful as it is in our hands, it's still pretty powerful for this. If I eat a stray bullet, you know, that's all my shields and a bit of my health there as well. Oh, that was a lucky shot. Thanks for that, fireman. You just killed the guy who was my arguably most dangerous enemy at the time. So yeah, we're gonna start lighting him up with the shock jockey here. Elizabeth is gonna be kind enough to throw us some salt so we can keep at it. There are some salts in the environment there. I think I might have already picked them up. And there's a tear that can bring in some health kits there if you need it. We're definitely going to be taking advantage of that. I walked into the encounter with the volley gun, which was nice. So the first thing I did was going to grab ammo for it. And we're definitely going to... I'm saving all my ammo for it from that initial wave. I'm going to be saving the ammo for this next wave here and the wave after that especially. Because there's something I wanted... The third wave especially is what I need it for. So the second wave here is going to be against some more regular enemies and a Crow Zealot. And he's going to spawn in over here, and as we know, he is strictly a melee combatant, so we can hit him a couple times here right off the bat. And it will take him a while to react to it, apparently, but eventually he's just going to, you know, Houdini Splicer his way over here. And I used the Shock Jockey against him, but I can't help but feel like the Bucking Bronco would have been just as effective with the volley gun. Man, that increased splash damage is so good. Alright, so we get the David and Goliath achievement for killing X amount of mini-boss type enemies. We got 1 point towards that from the previous round and from this one. Now you're going to be seeing just how effective the hand cannon is with these quick headshots I'm going to be pulling off here. And as you can see, the achievement for that is called Loose Cannon. Yeah, I did use the hand cannon a little bit earlier, but it wasn't, I didn't get nothing killed. I didn't get anything killed directly with it. Like, nothing actually died from just getting hit with it. It was, you know, vigor combos or whatever. So that's already out of ammo. This thing is one I walked over all the ammo for that earlier. There is an RPG over here. We're gonna be waiting to get that though until the 3rd round.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Enough of the opening acts. Your true rival is an expert with the automata. Wants to replace all our security with machines. I'll give the old boy credit, though. It would be fewer mouths to feed.
The idea is you're supposed to be fighting like the other applicants for this position, which is really silly considering why would you have like a fireman or a zealot or a patriot in this case as your security guy when they're all completely insane. But and the patriot is not even a person, it's just a robot. So this wave is against all automatons. You have 2 machine gun turrets there, you have some mosquitoes, and you have the Patriot. I'm waiting right here for the Patriot to come up here because I want to demonstrate how you can stun lock him with a volley gun. And it is so incredibly good. I missed a couple shots there, so I'm not getting as much damage as I would like. And unfortunately I have to reload. So the increased magazine size with the volley gun is really good because you can just keep him stun locked for longer. And as soon as that runs out of ammo, I'm immediately going to drop it for the rocket launcher. There is more volley gun ammo there, but I've really got to quick kill this guy if I can. Ooh, hopefully I have enough health to get to cover, and I do. Okay, that was close. I used a lot of my salts there, getting some Devil's Kiss Vigor Traps down at the beginning. But had I not done that, I could have used the Shock Jock against him and made that a little bit easier on myself. Or actually, another really good strategy you could do is possess the Patriot right at the beginning and use the Patriot to kill the mosquitoes and the turrets if it would last long enough. So I died there, as you can see, but the Patriot was already dead, so that's nice. There's still a couple health packs over here. Sometimes you'll inadvertently pick up multiple health packs because you take a hit while you're standing there and you just pick up the second one immediately. These mosquitoes are really, like I said, they're pretty weak, and if you shock jockey them, you can just one-shot them. But for some reason, they have a very easy time hitting me over here. Like, I just took way too much damage from that.
Congratulations to Wit! You know, when your name was first passed to me, I wasn't quite sure you were the man for the job. But now, I can say with certainty that I was quite wrong.
I'm not interested in your job.
Alright, so that's all said and done. We can mop up all the loot now. There's really not that many like corpses around here. I think the game deletes them after a while with such a big encounter. But there's a lot of loot I want to get down here before we go in the basement. And I'm able to get some of my money back as well that I invested in these upgrades. We're getting pretty powerful now, we really are. And again, you really just gotta keep track of, I mean, if you've played the game before, you know when things are gonna start scaling in difficulty, so you know when you need to have each upgrade by. Let's see, should I get the volley gun again? It doesn't really have a lot of ammo for it. There's a kinetoscope over there, if you're trying to go for that. I think there's a voxophone somewhere down here, and an infusion is really what I'm looking for. I'm just gonna buy some more volley gun ammo. Yeah, there's the infusion right here.
I feel better already.
I know there's some more secret stuff around here somewhere.
Hey, look.
Shotgun there if you want it, which I obviously don't. Imagine that, me not wanting a shotgun in a game like this. I guess the Good Time Club is just supposed to be a it's just supposed to be like a regular club. It's just supposed to be like a bar in a restaurant or something normally, but you know, for some reason we turned it into a battleground. Booker DeWitt tends to do that with everywhere he walks into. He turns it into a damn battleground. And I guess this would have been a stage up here for like performers or
Booker, there's a door over here.
like stage plays or musicians, whatever.
Down.
It's a cool place to look at all the details. There's a voxophone here. I'm not sure if this is the exact one I was looking for.
I thought you a fool, dear brother. When you told me that you heard wonderful music trumpeting from holes in the thin air, I began to doubt your mental integrity. But not only have you made your fortune from these doodads, you have lit the path for me as well.
There's two guys right here we can get the drop on because they are they're unaware that we're even here, so we can just easily take them out.
Catch!
Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. And when you're right up close to her like that, she just kind of hands it to you. I was gonna say Jeremiah Fink is kind of an unfortunately underdeveloped character in this because I would think his backstory is pretty fascinating because, I mean, granted, he's a raging prick and just an overall horrible person. Look, Chen Lin is here, along with some other interesting names there of people being held down here. But the thing is, like, he seems to be the only one other than the Lutessas that notices anything weird about Columbia, that sees the other half of the story that the other characters don't see. He's like the only one that really knows what's going on other than the Lutessas and obviously Comstock.
Sometimes there's precious need for
so it's like he sees a side of this that a lot of the other characters don't. He knows there's something not right there. He doesn't care because it's not relevant to him, but he has kind of this inherent advantage. This is how he was able to get ahead. He's an outsider. He came from Columbia just to kind of profit off of it. He's essentially the Frank Fontaine of this game in a way too. So pretty interesting. I just wish they would have explored it a little bit more, but we have other characters we have to develop too. There's a rather gruesome and disturbing torture recording here for Chen Lin. He's not doing too well wherever he is at.
Ain't no privies down here.
You treat them like animals.
Throw a bucket of ice water on him. You got nothing more to bring him tonight.
To tax the black more than the white, is that not cruel? To forbid the mixing of the races, is that not cruel? To give the vote to the white man and deny it to the yellow, the black, the red.
People have done to deserve to be locked up in a place like this.
Fink don't need much of a reason.
No, he doesn't.
Or drown your flock under an ocean of water.
Get this over.
Cruelty can be instructive. And what is Columbia, if not the schoolhouse of the Lord?
I want to make sure I get this gear in here now because I'm not sure if it'll be there on the way out. It probably is, but I just don't want to take any chances. That one was for skyline accuracy, I think,
Elizabeth,
which I'm okay with. Like I said, there's one encounter towards the end of the game where I will need to adjust my setup for sky rails. So anything I can get that'll help with that, the better. I don't think I'm getting the ones I really care about yet. There's one where you deal double damage on sky rails. I'd really like to get that one.
Your business with her has come to an end. Lions walk with lions, DeWitt, not hyenas.
There's also one where you deal double damage while you're scoped in and half damage when you're scoped out, which is only good for that encounter. I would never recommend it otherwise. It's kind of dark in here.
Too late. God damn it.
Ugh.
This is what he meant.
Now we need to find someone else to make those guns.
He doesn't look like he's in a position to be making guns.
Elizabeth.
Dead is dead.
What? How the hell did...
I see heads.
And I see tails.
It's all a matter of perspective.
Why are you following us? Who sent you? Comstock? What do you want?
What do you see here, from this angle?
Dead.
Listen.
And that angle?
Alive.
Walker. Chen Lin.
This is becoming rather awkward.
The body's gone.
It was never here.
It's another Columbia.
A different Columbia.
The same coin.
A different perspective.
Heads.
Tails.
Dead.
Alive.
We have to go through to this other Columbia, but
It's like riding a bicycle.
One never really forgets.
One just needs the courage to climb aboard.
if we go into this tear, I don't think I'll be able to bring us back. Are you sure you're ready?
Okay, open it.
Look, there's no blood.
And no body.
It's another world, Booker. Another Columbia.
Something tells me one dead gunsmith ain't the only thing that's changed.
We're in another world, another version of Columbia. There's a new weapon type there as well. The Vox Triple R repeater. And I'll be showing that off in due time. Wow, there's a bunch of Vox locked up in here now. What's going on? What did we do? Yeah, this is actually a big point of contention for me, and a lot of fans probably about this part of the game. Is this is a seemingly this is part of like this is just, you know, we're getting sidetracked here. We're trying to get our airship back from Daisy Fitzroy. This is essentially a side story, and the plot has completely grinded to a halt and stopped being about the setting. I really want to get this code book here. That's very important to a side quest back in the main area of Finkton. Yeah, the game is no longer about the setting. It is now about alternate dimensions and weird reality stuff, and we have no idea what's going on.
Killed them. They were dead.
Not in this world. Look at their noses. They're all bleeding.
So you can it either really adds to the plot or severely detracts from it, depending on your perspective.
Being dead.
Alright, there's another encounter that's going to break out here. These guys are pretty easy for the most part. I actually think the enemies just scaled in difficulty again, actually, in this part, so I take it back. We won't have a hard time with them, but the enemies just tiered up again. I could be wrong. I should probably do my research about that. Huh, looks like Fink had no idea we were even here, because we probably weren't here in this version of this reality. So somebody else has got to be his top security guy then. Everything on this part of the Good Time Club looks the same, but downstairs is different. So what did we change? What didn't we change? Again, these questions are more relevant now than the inner workings of Columbia's society or the culture, or, you know, the even some of the characters. Like, it's all kind of irrelevant now. It's still fascinating, but it kind of takes a back seat to this this plot twist now. And take it for what you will. Some people will like that, some people won't. I'm okay with it. I'm accepting of it. I'm still very intrigued by the setting and the plot. I'm sorry, the setting and the characters and all the details about Columbia, despite this plot twist. And this will not be the only plot twist. Oh no, we have only just started. So, get used to it, I guess. Or don't get used to it, rather.